Okay. Yeah, okay. And good morning. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a great morning. We do have a lot of cloud cover as promised today. It'll be a cloudy to mostly cloudy day today. And today was Groundhog Day. And we'll talk about Punxsutawney here in just a second. You can see here we've got the clouds in place. It's a mostly cloudy to cloudy day. And there's Punxsutawney. I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, is that AI? It's so lifelike. Punxsutawney earlier this morning in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, which is kind of halfway between State College, where Penn State is, and Pittsburgh, way up there in northern, kind of north central Pennsylvania. Anyway, he saw his shadow, and so according to the legend, that means 6 more weeks of winter. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of Punxsutawney because, anyway, not the biggest fan, but I will tell you this, he may be onto something. Now, here in South Texas, things kind of operate a little bit differently. I would say as a whole, over the next couple of weeks, temperatures will probably be a little warmer than average most of the time than colder than average. You know, we'll have some cold fronts in there, here and there. But I do think in the time period of, let's say, February 25th, all the way through maybe March 7th, something like in that. If we do, and I'm not saying we are going to, but if we did have another kind of semi-Arctic outbreak or very, very cold air, it would be around that time frame. And so maybe Punxsutawney, maybe he's onto something. So, but I do think for the next 2 or 3 weeks, more times than not, we'll be a little warmer than average than below average. So, but again, we're not done with winter quite yet. And we usually here in South Texas are not completely done until like the last week of February, first week of March. So, okay, well, let's take a look. Temperature out there right now is 56. This is 11 o'clock ob. Almost time for the 12 o'clock observation to come out. This morning it was 33, but during the rush hour period, we warmed up a little bit because of the clouds. We got up to about 36 during rush hour, but early this morning was 33. Look at the record low. Man, my goodness, 6 degrees was the record low back in 1951. Record high on the dates, 85 back in 1974, which is starting to seem further and further and further away, 1974. All right, temperature out there right now, we've got 58. I don't know why it's so slow to come up, but yeah, there we go. 56, I mean. 58 will probably be the temperature at the noon hour. 54, Bernie, Hondo's at 55, Seguin 60, Gonzales 64. Notice locations to the south really warming on up. So we'll hit the mid-60s. And by the way, this morning, there was quite a bit of dense fog to our east, some of our eastern counties earlier this morning. And the reason I'm bringing this up is if we can clear tonight, overnight tonight, if we can have about 3 or 4 hours of clear skies, and I think that's possible, then from like San Antonio westward could have fog, and some of it could be pretty thick. So I've got a impact warning for tomorrow morning because I think that's a fairly decent chance of that happening. All right, let's take a look at what I'm expecting across the nation today. Pick your town. Let's go back a little bit. I can tell you this, cold up across the northern part of the country, but not as cold as it has been. Boy, the real cold and a lot of snow. I don't know if you saw any of the videos out of North and South Carolina. Man, they got hit hard with a lot of snow. And this morning, freezing temperatures were as far south as almost West Palm Beach and Tampa. They had all kinds of cold warnings and advisories and all kinds of stuff in Florida. About as cold as it gets there. Didn't hit freezing in Miami. I think Miami's low was 38, which for those folks, my goodness, they probably thought that that it was blizzard time down there for that. Okay, all right, some clouds today, and then we've got a cold front tomorrow. But I think with that cold front, most of any showers will be to the east in East Texas, Louisiana, and over towards Mississippi. Maybe a 10% chance for your Tuesday. Behind the front, Wednesday and Thursday, highs in the 60s. And Super Bowl weekend looks pretty decent. I think Saturday is going to be partly cloudy, but Sunday, we may start to cloud up again on Sunday. And this is just one computer model, but we're going to have to watch Sunday closely. I think the temperatures are going to be okay, but I'm starting to get a little leery. If you've got an outside event, you're hosting a party, and a lot of it's outside, make sure you've got an indoor place to be, just in case, because Sunday may end up, we're trending towards more clouds and maybe even a chance for showers. I'm not going to quite go with the showers yet, but definitely trending towards more clouds on Sunday. Today, mostly cloudy, 64. Tomorrow morning, look at the fog. And notice, I'm going to roll this back a little bit. Notice where there's clearing overnight. Bexar County, we're right on the edge. Hill Country, Western counties, and look where the fog develops. Bam, right there. And it's not just one computer model, but several are pointing towards fog in the morning. My only reservation is if we can clear up here in Bexar County. If we don't, we probably won't have much fog. But I do think there will be some dense fog around tomorrow morning, and that's why we've got an impact for your Tuesday morning because of that. Let's see, we've got cedar is moderate, and molds are light. Here's your 14-day forecast. I have re-massaged the numbers a little bit. I usually every day spend at least an hour, hour and a half going through the numbers and stuff. These don't reflect it, but it's close. What you see here is probably close. So fog tomorrow morning, high 71. Then the cold front comes through, and then lows Wednesday and Thursday, mainly in the 40s. 45 Wednesday morning, maybe as low as 37 Thursday morning. And then 64 for a high Wednesday, Thursday. Friday around 70, Saturday partly cloudy, 72, and then for Super Bowl Sunday, just depending on the cloud cover, I think we're going to hit 70, maybe lower 70s for Sunday with clouds, a slight chance for a shower, and Monday, Tuesday, even into Wednesday, just slight chances for showers, and Valentine's Day at this point, I'm thinking 70s and partly cloudy skies, so kind of warm for Valentine's Day. Okay, well, that's the way it's shaping up, and again, I think over the next several weeks we'll have more above average than below, but watch the end of the month and the first week of March. I'll be watching that time period really closely. Okay, I've got to go and run. Make sure to watch noon, 4, 5, 6, and 10, and go to KENS5.com, go to KENS5 Plus for all your needs, and we've got it for you. Okay, thank you so much. We appreciate you streaming, and we'll see you later.